GP? Oh, okay. Okay, so he bought it here, got stopped out the same day. I guess it was an okay setup, but it kind of obviously failed in a big way. Yeah, that was near the peak of the SPAC market. You can see why it failed, because Nasdaq pulled back. You know, Nasdaq had a big run, multi-month run. And, you know, you want to buy breakouts when the market, you know, the Nasdaq, I think, is the best index to follow, comes out of a multi-month sideways consolidation or a multi-month sell-off. Here, good time to buy breakouts. Here, not so much. And that's why it's failed. The setup itself was pretty, you know, was okay, but, you know, once the market is straight up for multiple months, you gotta be careful buying breakouts. Okay, Peloton, if I see it correctly, he had an entry here. It was a good setup. It failed. But again, like, this thing was a huge laggard. Again, early February, mid-February, you tried to buy. Like, the setups themselves were okay. Actually, they were pretty decent. But, you know, you put them in the correlation with the market, and you'll see, you know, it was a huge laggard compared to the market. And then the market started pulling back mid-February, and everything failed. When is the best time to buy breakouts? Chat, come on. Come on, chat. When is the best time to buy breakouts? What do we want to see in the moving averages? After correction? Yeah, but the moving averages. When the 10-day is above the 20-day, yeah? More. Rising 10-day, 20-day. We want to see the 10-day above the 20-day, and both the 10-day and 20-day need to be rising. Or one of them can be sideways, but at least one of them needs to be rising. That's when you have good conditions, generally, for breakouts. Not a perfect indicator, but like in late February, the 10-day had started sloping down, the 20-day was sideways. Actually, yeah, in late February. So that was a warning sign that you shouldn't buy breakouts. Like Twitter, yeah, Twitter did look good. Like if I compare this setup, I'm gonna show you guys. You know, you just see this setup. Big move, found support on a rising 10-day, and building high tight flag. Next day gaps up, but in this case it crapped and it never went higher. Now let's look at something like NIO. I'm gonna show you. Similar setup, fairly similar setup. For example, something like this. Big move, pulled back to the 10-day, started building a flag, and it went straight up. Why did it go straight up? Well, because the market had just come out of a multi-month correction, and that was the start of a multi-month move. And NIO had shown strength all the way. That's a good time to buy breakouts, when the market comes out of a multi-month sideways or multi-month correction. Not when the market has already run for 2-3 months straight up and they're starting to lose momentum. Not a good time to buy breakouts.